ferocious dragons and ravaging zombies clash in these two new structure decks. The Yugioh Structure Deck. They are the stepping stone for any beginning or returning duelist wanting to play an actual deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And with the amount that has been released over the years, some people have wondered, how good is an actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck? And how would you rank one of these decks between each other? I have wondered this query too, and with a good friend of mine, we both want to determine this. So join me and my good friend as we look through Yu-Gi-Oh's past and present to determine and rank all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure decks in the game. This is the Structverse. In today's episode, we will be looking at the first deck of the series. Dragon's Roar was released on January 1st, 2005 in North America. The strategy of this deck is to basically send as many dragons to the grave as possible in order to power up their boss monster, the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. In order to see how this was achieved, however, let's go ahead and take an in-depth look at what the deck looks like. Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode of my brand new YouTube series. My name is Shoutout720, and welcome to the Structverse. As explained in the intro of this video, we are going to be tackling the structure decks of Yu-Gi-Oh's past and present. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Dragon's Roar. As explained originally, Dragon's Roar's main structure is basically using the power of the dragons in the graveyard with the boss monster of Red Eyes Darkness Dragon to basically power that up to, above average attack stats. But what's actually inside this deck? Well, let's go ahead and take a quick look at this before I go ahead and reveal what we're going to be doing next. So, in Dragon's Roar, in the original deck list, we get one copy of Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, which is a monster that can only be special summoned by attributing one Red Eyes Black Dragon, and it gains 300 attack for each dragon monster. This is basically the boss monster of this deck. And speaking of Red Eyes, here's the original one copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon, followed by two copies of Luster Dragon, which is actually a really decent 1900 beater. Next up, we have the Twin-Headed Behemoth, which is a decent monster, where basically if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, it can be special summoned as a 1000 attack, beater, and defense, but it can only be used once per duel in its effect. Next up, we come to two copies of Armed Dragon Level 3, which is a decent monster. As long as this survives until your next standby phase, you get the legendary Armed Dragon Level 5, and this card is actually pretty decent too, which is basically, it gives you a extra destruction on top of discarding a dragon-type monster to the graveyard. So not only are you getting a free destruction on the field, but you're also going ahead and getting a dragon to the graveyard. Speaking also on Red Eyes, we also have Black Dragon's Chick, which is the only real support for the Red Eyes, which allows it to basically be sent to the field, to the graveyard, in order to special summon one Red Eyes Black Dragon from your hand. Next up, I believe we have one of the most forgettable dragons in the game, Element Dragon, who relies on its effects from fire and wind monsters, which I guess most of these are wind monsters, so it does work with the deck, including with its Searcher, which is the 3 copies of Masked Dragon, which isn't a bad Searcher, but the only problem is that its effect only really goes off when it's destroyed by battle, but who knows if that'll help us in any way, shape, or form. Next up, we go away from the monsters to the spell and trap cards. First up, a classic card being Snatch Steal, which lets you take a monster from your opponent's side of the field, but you have to give them 1000 life points during each of their standby phases. Next up, the most classic, the most ironic Yu-Gi-Oh card, Mystical Space Typhoon. A pretty good quick play spell that's just a 1-card destruction. Next up, we go to 2 copies of Nobleman of Frost-Out, which basically is a really good way to get rid of some face-down monsters. So, it's pretty cool. Next up, we have Premature Burial, which is a really good card because Let's say, for example, this card gets sucked up by like Giant Trunade or something like that. You're getting another revival with Premature Burial. Next up, you have one of the stall cards of this deck, Swords of Revealing Light, which allows it to basically make it so your opponent cannot attack you for 3 turns, which is pretty dang cool. Next up, one of the most ironic cards from Yugioh, Pot of Greed. Everyone doesn't know what it does, but apparently it lets you draw 2 cards. I never knew that. Did you? Next up, the classic Heavy Storm, which allows it to destroy all the spells and traps, which means it's not just your spells and traps, but also your opponent's. Next up, we come to another copies of 3 being Stamping Destruction, which is basically a more elaborate mystical space typhoon, except you have to control a dragon monster, and also, if it does destroy the target, it deals 500 points of damage, which isn't bad. Next up, we come to our 2 copies of Creature Swap, where basically its effect states that basically each player chooses 1 random monster from their, or they get to choose the monster they control and basically give it to the opponent. Next up, we got the Reload card, which basically you add all cards from your hand back into your deck and shuffle. Next up, we have the Graveyard in the 4th Dimension, which allows you to add 2 level monsters from your graveyard to your deck and shuffle the deck. Next up, we have our next revival card in the deck, Call the Haunted, which basically just special summons a monster from the graveyard in attack mode. Not a bad card at all. Next up, the ironic Ceasefire. Oh boy, it deals 500 damage for each effect monster and then changes all face down monsters to face up defense. Next up is the Dragon's Bead, which basically gives 1 trap negation to a dragon. Next up, we have the continuous trap, Dragon's Rage, which basically gives all dragons piercing battle damage, which is actually really nice considering Red Eye's Darkness can get pretty strong. We can get to the 7,000 range with it, so it's not too bad. We next got Reckless Greed, which is basically a Pot of Greed, except you have to skip your next 2 draw phases, so not the best, but not the worst. Next up, we have 2 copies of Interdimensional Matter Transporter, which, again, not a bad card at all. It basically lets you get rid of a target from the field if it's getting targeted by a card effect or attack. Second to last here is Trap Jammer, which allows you to gain 1 trap card from the field during the battle phase. And last but not least, Curse of Anubis, which allows you to change all effect monsters in the field defense position and make their defense 0. So yeah, that's the entire deck list for Dragon's Roar. Now, even though we've gone over basically the basic strategy of the deck and the whole deck list itself, I think it's time to see this deck in action. I will see you now in the duel room with also our special collaborative partner for this series. I'll see you there in just a second. Okay, everybody, welcome to the duel room, the room of passion and furious battle. We all know why we're here in this room. We're here to play a card game. A card game for the brand new series of Structverse. Yes, it is good and clean. So, now that we've gone over the deck strategies, now that we've gone over the deck list, it's time for the main portion of this video. Well, one of the main portions, and then there's the second portion. So, for this portion of the video, we're going to be going ahead and playing a best 2 out of 3 match with the deck we just described. So for today's match, we have Dragon's Roar. Now, I have failed to mention throughout this video, or I guess up until now, who our player 2 is going to be for this section. And it's a new friend, a friend we've never had on the channel before. His first really big introduction to our beautiful ears and beautiful eyes. Everybody, I've wanted to collab with this guy for so long. It's been agonizing, but now is the time. Now is the time to introduce him. Without any further delay, Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to the Septile 720 channel, Mr. Yugioh!
Oh man, it's great to be here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's do this. Hell yeah. So yeah, if you guys are unfamiliar with me and my antics, I am Yugioh. I haven't really been on YouTube like consistently for that long. I've mainly been an enjoyer of content, but as of now, I am the co-creator of a little series called Dimension X. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh live action and you like seeing anime bullshit, there you go. Simply put.
Listen, this guy calls himself the card professor for a reason, okay?
I do not say that. I've never said that once in my life.
But your character's the card professor!
Dueling detective is completely different. It's cooler. It's more badass. It sounds like I'm gonna give a lecture about like freaking card trooper or something.
Honest to God, I thought you were calling yourself the card professor. Oh God.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe one day. Maybe when I'm like 35.
When you
I'm a strapping young lad, and I'm here to show off this dragon deck because I'm the greatest duelist to ever grace God's green earth. Let's do this.
All right. But now it's time, while the duel is very important for us to, play in, the most important part of the game actually is right here. Playing what we call the rock, the paper, and the scissors, and sometimes we say shoot, to determine who will go first in this beautiful duel series. So, let me go ahead and choose my thing here. I'm going to go with this. Ha-ha!
It makes it even worse because, like, I had to select it even before you started recording. I was sitting on that, just staring.
You were sitting on it so long.
I was so confident, like, yeah, let's go paper, it's over. That's it. But now the real question is, do you go first? Or do you go second? And also, I will ask.
Oh, yes, we are doing modern ruling, where basically we do not draw first turn.
We do not draw first turn.
No, we do not.
I think Goat might do it automatically, so if you're going to go first, just put the card back.
Yeah, that's
because I think that's how it works.
I don't know, but let's see. You know what? I will take the first move on this. Because to be honest, with this deck, it could matter if you go first or second, but I'm going to wig it and say I'm going to go first.
I mean, I doubt any OT King is going to happen without this upside. OT King is going to happen.
Okay, yeah, there's the first card. Okay, there's the first card.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Oh, not Mill! Not Mill! Not Mill! What are you doing? Oh my God, like you didn't know.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. So, ooh. Oh God, I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, standby main phase. Okay. I don't know how to feel about this hand. So you know what? Since I don't feel confident in this hand, I'm going to start off this duel by activating Reload.
The first card in the entire season to get played is Reload.
Exactly.
1,000 years.
So with Reload, I can shuffle any number of cards from my hand back into my deck and then draw the same number of cards. So I'm going to put this.
You're thinking Magical Mallet. Reload is much worse. You got to send
all my cards!
It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up.
No! I thought it was any number! No! How am I floundering this much already? No!
That's right!
No! 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 No!
That's right! Reload is bad!
I set 2 cards face down. And then my turn. No!
Alright, I'm gonna draw. Oh, let's go! Alright, I'm just gonna blind him and see the right card.
Oh, you destroyed dragons early. No.
Hey, you know what? I'm about to go even harder with this arm dragon.
No, not level 3. Not the level 3. Anything but the level 3.
you know, we saw it earlier. I might as well play it now. Stamping Destruction to get rid of the final face down and inflict a whopping.
There goes my dragon's bead. God damn it. Ah!
I'll set this card face down and have my arm dragon attack directly.
God damn it. Ow!
Go ahead.
Please, good top. What the frig? No! Stand by face. I'll set one card face down on my turn.
I draw during the standby phase. I use the effect of my arm dragon, sending it to the grave to evolve my arm dragon into the arm dragon level 5.
Oh crap!
You know what? I could. Ooh, wait. Hold on. I would like to say my main. On the summon of Arm Dragon level. Yeah, I would like to say that. Because on the summon of Arm Dragon level 5, I will play Call of the Haunted to bring back the frame. Triggering Arm Dragon level 3, sending him to the graveyard.
No! That works!
Oh, okay, it's not a third. It's not third. Because the second one's in my hand.
Oh, come on. No!
Now,
no!
This sadly is not enough to kill you, which is just so unfortunate. However, I will be putting you in the most top deckiest situation of your life by normal summoning Mass Dragon!
What the frick?
Go on, Dragon level 5!
Oh, this sucks!
Now the second one's coming at you! Now Mass Dragon, take out right out of his life points! Go ahead!
What am I supposed to do? I try. Yeah, that helps so much. Alright, I'm conceding this game. I can't do anything. Creature swap, Stamping Destruction, Heavy Storm.
Ooh, shoulda heavied the.
What was it gonna? Why was it gonna Heavy Storm the Call of the Haunted? You already moved your Arm Dragon level 3 from the field.
Oh yeah. Oh, you drew it. Oh, I thought you had it in your hand.
No, I drew it. Oh God, I messed that up so bad.
Well, it's back to you to decide whether you go first or second.
You know what? I'm gonna go second this time.
Oh, alright, yeah, that's fair. Alright, I'll put this back and shuffle.
Yep.
Alright, this hand, this hand is actually pretty decent. I will just normal summon Luster Dragon, set 1.
I draw. Okay. Okay. I have a decent hand here. I'm gonna start off with setting one card face down. I'm gonna play Sword to a Villain.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
I'm gonna normal summon Arm Dragon level 3.
So that's what
I will
we're doing.
end my turn.
Draw. Stand by. Main phase. Well, you know, if I got it, I got it. Stamping Destruction on the sword that we're gonna play.
You motherfucker.
I'm so good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Take 500 points of damage. That's for this.
Oh, bro.
I will summon another Luster Dragon.
What the frick is this?
That's right, I have 2 copies of the same dragon on my field once again. Now they'll take, they'll destroy your arm dragon and attack you directly. Main phase 2, I will set this little ditty and end my turn.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, your hand is perfect. Will it be enough to take down my
I
2
will
Luster
set
Dragons?
one card face down.
Alright.
I will activate reload again.
Ooh, you going gambling with the reload. That's perfectly fine with me.
What is this deck? What is this deck?
Eddie Foster does it, I guess. Oh baby! Arm Dragon level 3!
Oh, no. I activate a trap. Frick you. I activate Ceasefire.
Ceasefire?
If a face-down monster or an effect monster is on the field, change all face... Oh, wait. It does nothing. It does nothing!
I'll take 500. You know, I won't perfect.
No, it does nothing. It changes all face down to face up. It does nothing.
Yeah, no, but like I still take wear damage. Wait, put it back face up. Hold on, I need to read it. Oh, okay. If they face down, or an effect monster on the field, change all face downs to face up. Also inflict 500 damage for each monster on the field. Those are not like. Those are two separate effects, so you don't get the first one obviously because like I have no face down on. But I do take 500.
Damn it.
Like I said, you won't be perfecting me, but my Luster Dragons will end this duel along with my Arm Dragon level 3.
I will take the 3800 from both your Luster Dragons, but I will activate my face down Call of the Haunted to bring back Arm Dragon level 3.
Yeah.
Now do. Okay, you're just gonna attack. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, how will you beat my 2 Luster Dragons without any of the monsters? And a hand that is completely and utterly useless. How is this gonna be content? This is like a 5-minute game.
So what happened was, I had a hand with both Red Eyes Black Chick and Red Eyes Darkness, right? That's what reloaded. And what did I draw? What do I draw?
Dragon level 5. Oh damn! It was the last card.
I legit damaged you with Ceasefire.
I mean, I wanted to get this thing from you, but you know, it's the face of the deck, but it's so bad that it's not gonna ever come up. Especially with 1 Red Eyes in the deck. Yeah, this probably would be. Yeah. oh yeah, my face sounds hot. Interdimensional router transporter and then, you know. Do we do a game 3? Like,
For all the marbles? For all the marbles?
I'm pretty sure I would. Let's just do it just to do it, you know?
Oh, fine.
Point. Why not?
Fine. I'll do a game
do
3. I'll
something.
do a game 3. Alright, game 3! Because screw it. I am not seeing anything with this deck. This deck has disappointed
my hand
me.
Is so crazy.
I bet it is. I'm going to set. I set 2 cards face down on the field. Your move.
Oh, stand by main phase. Oh lordy lord. Yeah, I'll just have you storm guy. I don't want.
What the frick? Okay, I'm chaining with Reckless Greed.
Ooh, skipping your draw phases. I see. Will your reckless greed be rewarded? We'll see. And then, oh, MSC, amazing. I will summon Arm Dragon level 3. Attack him directly.
Let me turn off that auto draw crap. God damn it.
Main phase 2. I will set 2 cards and end my turn.
Alright, so no draw. I can't believe I have to do this.
What?
Normal summon Arm Dragon level 3.
What?
Activate Stamping Destruction. Destroy this.
No, my trap jam.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I have to do this. I have to clash. I have no choice, or else I'm
That's
screwed.
not what's gonna happen. I activate my face down interdimensional matter transporter, sending my dragon into the future.
Dude, these crap heads, bro.
I can't. I mean, you can read it. Hold on, you can read it clear. Because I can't do that during the damage step. So do you want to attack me?
You know what?
I'm
Attack you
assuming
directly. Attack you directly. I don't care.
Yeah, right.
Take your damage. Take your damage.
End phase, my dragon comes back.
Which means you stand by
my phase, my dragon ceases to evolve into his higher form. Armed dragon level 5.
What the frig?
That's right. Now, armed dragon level 5. Attack level 3.
Damn it.
Main phase 2. Just in case you get any tricks up your sleeve, I'll play my own swords of revealing light.
Yeah, my trick's up my sleeve where I can't draw for one more turn. Great. End turn. I can't do anything.
I'll take a counter off and draw. This is just not your day. Armed dragon level 3.
What the hell?
Now, because I'm playing around, I don't know, Tragonia or something. Go!
Oh, I'm just taking the 30. I'm just taking the 3600 damage.
Yeah, bro, I gotta play around track. You never know. You never know.
What is this? What do you want me to do, game? What do you want me to do? Bro, what the frick is this?
I
What?
draw.
What?
Another standby phase arises. Orange dragon level 3 turns into Armed dragon level 5. And now a blast from the past. My luster dragon.
I admit defeat. I admit defeat. Dude, what? Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
What is there to say? It's so good to hear. It's just like I'm just like summoning my dragon level 5 over and over again.
So we seen what the deck could do when it actually plays, and then we see the deck what it actually can't do when it can't freaking play.
You know, we've seen both sides of the
We've
deck.
seen both sides of the coin. Okay. Wow, we've barely been recording for 20, oh my god, 20 minutes.
Hey, it was an easy edit, right?
Right.
Oh my god.
Alright, folks, so that's the game. Yugioh's just sweet to me with Dragon's Roar. Great, fantastic. Love you, Dragon's Roar. I was gonna say, oh, I love Red Eyes Black Dragon in this game, but apparently it doesn't want to freaking play with me.
No, the true eyes monster experience is just staring at a hand full of nothing. And you know, I think we both experienced that because I mean, I did have like the monster stuff, but at least I did get to look at Red Eyes Darkness Dragon for about 30 seconds. And you know what? I think that's really what matters. We both got to look at these cool cards in our hands.
Yeah, but never played them.
Yeah, no, of course not. No.
Oh my god. Alright. So that's the duel portion of this episode. So let us go ahead and introduce the last section of this video, which we will turn to right about now. And here we are. We are at our own tier list. So, in the Structverse, we're not just going to be dueling these decks, obviously seeing their strengths and weaknesses through duels, but we're also, at the end, we're going to both come together, once again, just talking now about the actual deck. We could talk about the experience with the duel, we could talk about the deck list, whatever we feel is enough to basically form an opinion and where we would put it on this actual tier list. So, of course, today, we are starting off with Dragon's Roar. So, as you saw with the duel was, well, interesting. I'll say that's the least.
I mean, the duels very much highlighted, I think, what we would talk about the strengths and weaknesses of this deck. The strengths being that, like, this deck has some really good cards, like Armed Dragon level 3 and 5, just like existing in general are like really good. Luster Dragon is like a solid normal summon, you know, he's 1900, you know, he's pretty big. And plus, like, the spell and trap lineup is not that bad. It could be so much worse.
But here's my problem with this deck, okay? I think I've noticed basically the problem with this deck. Where is all the dragons? There's like nothing in this deck monster-wise.
The deck is on 14 monsters, 16 spells, 10 traps. Honestly, we can cut like if, okay, let's say I wanted to make this structure deck a lot better, I would take out the 2 reloads and the graveyard in the 4th dimension, slap in maybe an extra red eyes black dragon and an extra black chick, and maybe put like, I don't know. I mean, I think Armed Dragon level 7 came out before. Oh wait, no, it came out at the same time as these guys. So like, put in Armed Dragon level 7 as well with these cards, and like it fits more. There's more dragons, which solves the issue that there's like no monsters in this. And
you know,
also those 3 spells in general, reload and graveyard in the 4th dimension, are so ass. They are garbage. Like, oh my god, they're horrible. At least with like the dragon continuous traps, like Dragon's Rage, it gives them piercing, which is honestly not that bad, especially if you're trying to make a ginormous dude like Red Eyes Darkness, and just make it so it goes through everything. And the Dragon's Bead, negating the effects of traps that target them, is pretty solid. And then like Trap Jammer, like, bro, this deck plays Curse of Anubis. Curse of Anubis is so good.
Here's the thing too, right? You also have like, your only search power basically in this deck is Masked Dragon. That's your only search power. Now, I'm glad they put this at 3 in the deck, but as you saw, even with this at 3 in the deck, if it just doesn't counterbalance with the actual continuous stream of spells and traps. I mean, you have decent draw power in Reckless Greed and Pot of Greed. And, you know, I was actually thinking of a combo I could have done. There was actually a pretty decent combo to do to get out, like, Red Eyes Darkness, for example. Hear me out. Armed Dragon level 5, right?
Right.
Armed Dragon level 5 lets you send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. And then you destroy 1 monster. That I'm not worried about. If you used Armed Dragon level 5's effect, you send Red Eyes to the graveyard, right? Darkness in hand. Either Premet or Call the Haunted brings back that Red Eyes. You get an instant summon of Darkness Dragon right there. For, like, no cost. Besides, like, maybe like 800 with Premet.
Besides 800 with Premet, yeah. Which is very, very good.
So...
And then also, this deck has amazing spell and trap destruction, because it's not only running heavy and mystical space type,
it's running 3 stamping.
3 stamping.
The only problem with stamping is you have to control a dragon, and as we saw, there are just circumstances where you can't control a dragon because they're meant to go to the graveyard to power up darkness.
Yeah, and then also on that same note, because of the fact that like the whole dex thing is like, oh yeah, you get big ass Red Eyes Darkness, you can be freaking Atticus from the anime. It's so cool, it's so sick. But then, like, you got no dragons, and, like, this thing can maybe get to, like, I don't know, like, maybe 4,000. Maybe. You know, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 48, 24. Like, that's 72, which is solid, I guess. But
that's like that's the
max.
But, like, you would have to send every dragon to the graveyard, and some of them revive, like Twin-Headed Behemoth, for example, which revives after destruction. I mean, you can bring it back, but you have to bring it back because then you're gonna have nothing if you don't draw any of your good spells and traps.
Exactly.
So this one's a bit tricky, I will admit, because there's some highs. There's some good highs. Like you can get a 1-card combo to get out Darkness Dragon, but the problem is you have to have both Red Eyes and Red Eyes Black Dragon and Red Eyes Darkness to make the combo work, and either have one of your two revival cards in your deck. And like I said, the draw power is only Pot of Greed and Reckless Greed, and while Pot of Greed is a fantastic draw too, Reckless Greed is risky because then you can't draw on your next 2 draw phases. And Reload is not bad either, it's just it adds every card back to your hand. I forgot it did that, as you saw.
It's not like Magical Mallet, and then also on that same note, it's only running 1 Reckless Greed. Reckless Greed is at its best when you can fire multiple at once, because you're only sacrificing the 2 to get 4 cards.
So
and then like it's not as good. And then also, I would say the deck's biggest strength is outside of its main strategy. I don't think you should be playing this deck as like you want to get Darkness out as much as you want to. You should be playing it as I'm going to just aggro bomb with my armed dragon stuff and my luster dragons and like the lower level stuff, because it's too much commitment to find Red Eyes, summon Red Eyes, and then somehow get Darkness's dragon.
And your only support for Red Eyes really is Red Eyes Black Chick, but that only summons the original Red Eyes to the field. So if you don't have Darkness in your hand, you gotta protect that Red Eyes for your life until you draw it.
And the deck does have ways of protecting Red Eyes though, like through like Dragon's Bead, Interdimensional Matter Transporter,
Swords.
Scrap Jammer,
Swords are doing
Swords. Like there's a lot of ways to protect the Red Eyes, but the thing is you're only playing the 1, so it doesn't work. And it's its main strategy is not consistent. It's not that good of a payoff. And the best part of this deck is not playing those cards. So honestly, I would say this is probably a C tier deck. I would say, because outside of its main strategy, it is a solid aggro deck that's just gonna swarm you, destroy all your back row, and just go in there. But the main strategy of just, I have my giant Red Eyes Darkness dragon that's impossible to summon is not good enough as a payoff for this deck to be that good. So I think C is a perfect placement for this deck.
You see, I want to maybe agree with you on that. It's just like we saw, it just isn't fully consistent if something happens to it. That's the problem. It can't rejuvenate itself properly if everything you have is just not there. I'm honest to God thinking D tier for this one. I really am. Don't get me wrong, I love Red Eyes. I really do love the dragon. It's just they should have added at least, even if you play this deck at 3, right? Like, even to make a consistent list, most of the things you're going to have to be removing is probably stamping at least 2 copies, maybe even taking out Reload. But the problem is you already have 2 Luster in the deck, 2 Armed Dragon level 3, and 2 Armed Dragon level 5 in the deck. You're almost at 3 copies for them. I mean, yeah, you could put Darkness and Red Eyes at more copies, but like I said, you could still, even with 3 cards, you could still brick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do agree the deck is very, very bricky. But, like, outside of, like, just that, like, the deck has solid, like, generically good cards like Nobleman, Snatch Steal, Pre-Mat is amazing to have. Greed Heavy Storm. Like, I think, in general, looking at the deck at face value, just, like, the package deal, it's not crazy good, but it's solid, which is why I'm saying it's C. Like obviously the deck itself isn't that very consistent or whatever, and it cannot play defensive that well at all, but its offensive capabilities are really solid. So I think C is like the perfect placement for it. Because it's not like too good. Like its end goal is really bad. Like some of the cards it's playing are questionable, specifically Reload and Graveyard in the 4th dimension. And then also, like, just, there's some ratios that could be played differently. But it's still not, like, terrible. It's not the worst deck ever. So I think I'm going to be firm with this, so I'm going to say C tier.
Alright, I think I can give it. I'll give it C tier. Just going to go right there. Alright. And there we go. Our first deck has been put into the tier list. Dragon's Roar is officially going into C tier. So,
Hell yeah.
I mean, hey, if you guys don't agree with what we're saying here, you know what? I'm gonna do something special with this series too. If you guys feel like this should go in a different place, put your vote in the comments below. Put it in either, say, S, A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm gonna probably try to make a average of each thing I see in the comments and make your guys' tier list of where you think the decks should go in your guys' opinions as well. Well, I'll reveal that maybe at the end, maybe intermittently. Who knows? So, if you feel like this deck should have went in a different tier, comment it down below. And like I said, I will make it into its own tier list after this, so that way I could show off what you guys thought too. So, yeah. So, that is the end of our first ever Structverse video. And yeah, there's not much more to say after that. So, next time on the Structverse, we are going to be diving in headfirst into the creepy, the terrifying, the vampiric deck of zombie madness.
Oh, the madness indeed. So if you want to be caught up and make sure that you're ready for when it comes out, make sure you hit that bell, you hit that subscribe button, click like. Whoa, yeah, yeah.
Oh, so
if
guys,
you want to see me 3-0 this man again, yeah, let me.
Shut up! Shush! 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 If you guys would like to check out Yugioh's channel, I put a link in the description below for his channel, so you guys can go ahead and check out his content. And that's all, folks. So until next time, this is shoutout720 saying have a good day, or good evening, or good afternoon, and anything else in between. And until next time, guys, this is shoutout720 signing out. Peace out as always, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Woo! Hey, y'all. So, here we are, at the end of our first episode of the Structverse. I know I shouldn't be coming on at the end, but, you know, I really want to thank everyone who watched up to this point. It really means a lot. Like, this series has been thought up about. I only thought about this at the end of, like, really the end of the year of 2024, and to now see it finally have its first pilot episode out, it's wow. So, I know I normally don't ask for, like, comments or anything like that, but seriously, if you guys would like to, let me know how we did. I know there was a couple maybe audio issues throughout this. Hopefully with the next one I will fix all those, so look out for that. But, yeah, tell me what you guys thought. Tell me if I should continue the series, because episode 2 is already recorded. I just need to put it together, and it's ready to go. So you guys, let me know if you guys want to see more episodes. So, yeah, that's all for me on this little section here. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.